Was it like a proper like sweaty iron?
Spitting sawdust.
Is it? Love that. Oh,
it's
shit.
like me and 2 other gay people in the whole gym, and I'm like the skinniest one.
And are you like wearing like proper short shorts
Oh,
and going in there and
yeah.
like squatting in front of the massive
like
men?
shorts riding up my asshole, mincing around like I own the place. You know it.
Well, you are in great shape, and I want to ask you more about like your routine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna like ask you some quick questions on
Okay.
that. So first off, is there anything that you do not put in your body at all?
I don't drink alcohol. When I was 27, and I didn't drink for 3 years, and then I got bored and thought I would reintroduce it again, and then was like, actually, that feels pointless. So then I stopped again. So, yeah. So I'd say I went for 3 years without it, and then in 2024 stopped again. Then I things like McDonald's, like that, the
You know, people talk about super processed food.
yeah,
That's
that.
obviously one of them. But are you like, is that across the board, like KFC, McDonald's, Subway, whatever?
I mean, like, if I'm gonna eat high calorie food, it ain't gonna be a fucking McDonald's. Come on.
It's so good though. You don't think?
Five Guys is good.
Five Guys is good. Yeah.
Five Guys is banging. That's
Five
like
Guys
my Friday night treat.
Yeah.
Five Guys, cold can of Coke Zero.
But you eat red meat.
Yeah.
You have dairy milk.
Yeah. Like, the worst thing you can do is cut anything out of your diet, apart from maybe McDonald's. But, you know, part of eating well consistently over time is allowing yourself indulgences. It's understanding that the food that is available to us now in the modern world is, you know, so incredibly high in saturated fat, and is available to us at a rate that's never been seen before on Earth. So we have sort of almost feel like it's our right to not have to cook at home and eat healthily, because we've got this array of food just available to us on every single street, on every single app. And it's okay to eat that food. But I don't think it's okay to eat that every single meal, every single day. I think it's irresponsible, in fact. And that's not me shaming people. I think it's the scientists are telling us what that food is doing to our bodies. And I'm just saying the balance is off, and we need to switch that balance. It needs to be 80% good, home cooked whole foods, 20% smash your face in a Five Guys, go for a Chinese takeaway on the delivery option. Love a Chinese takeaway. Oh, chicken chow mein, vermicelli noodles with crispy chili beef, prawn crackers. Love it. But I'm going to have it every now and again. I'm not going to have that every night of the week.
So you're a chef. You do a lot of cooking.
Oh, no. Oh, honey, the air fryer.
I've got one, but I've never opened the box.
Oh,
Does it change your life?
Oh, it's changed my life. I haven't used an oven since I got an air fryer.
And were you not a cook before that? Or were you like more of like a steamed broccoli and veg type of guy?
I like to make it a bit more interesting than that. You know, I sort of like have a rotation of meals that I sort of, you know, go between, and then I'll like swap one out every now and again. But that's just for like a timing thing. Like, I don't want to spend an hour cooking in the evening. I want it to be 2 salmon fillets, 10 minutes in the air fryer, the VT, you know, sticky rice in the microwave for 2 minutes, and some green beans on the hob. You know, that's easy for me. Love a bolognese. That's like my go-to meal all the time.
With pasta?
With pasta. Yeah. Pasta is not an enemy. Pasta's...
brown pasta.
Brown pasta, yeah. I mean, you can have white pasta if you're working out a lot, but... yeah, I mean, I cook like very basic meals, but it's more of like a timing thing, because I'm such a foodie. I love going out for dinner. Like, I eat well and pretty boring during the week, so that I can go to a restaurant and have a slap up meal, as, you know, that's like good for my well-being, I think.
How do you stay disciplined? Because your week is a disciplined week. What you're describing to me isn't the majority of people's week, because everybody is I am so weak in terms of just like being like, oh fuck it, do you know what I mean? Like, whereas you're saying like, no, 80%, 20%. It's like, where does it come from? Like, how do you say no to things?
I actually don't say no to things, but I've been doing this for so long, you know, like when I graduated uni, I was broke as a bitch. I could not go out and buy food all the time. I was having to cook at home, you know, and that was the point as well. 2021, when I'd started going to the gym. So obviously, like eating, you know, the right macros piqued my interest. And then it just became habit because it's cheaper that way. You feel good that way. And then because you do it so frequently, and because I work out obviously as a job, like me saying yes to anything is absolutely fine because I know that the majority of the time I'm going to be eating well and training well. Do you know what I mean?
Have you got a lot of Tupperware?
I actually only have 3 because one of them smashed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't food prep.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
How do you? What do you do with your lunch and stuff?
Well, I work from home, so I had
right,
that luxury of being able to. But I normally just, you know, whatever was last night's dinner is tomorrow's lunch.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, it's that whole routine which works for me. But meal prepping lunches to take to work with you, I highly recommend.
Okay.
To save yourself the money of buying lunch out every day, and also just getting a lot more goodness in your meals across the day instead of going to Leon for lunch or Pret.
Oh, yeah, Pret's always a big one, isn't it? But it's always the same shit.
It's always the same shit, and it's like just like really low in protein but really high in fat.
Well, they've introduced those little protein pots, but they're so slimy. Have you had one with the salmon and the goo that you put on the top?
Oh,
and the
no,
egg?
that sounds horrible. Goo.
Well, it's got like, you know that, you know, I can't even just, it's like olive oil, but it's so gooey. It's
Oh no, that
a bit
sounds
grim.
no.
Yeah,
How
and
long's
it's
it
like
been in that pot for as well?
I know, and then you get a bad. I hate bad smoked salmon. You know when it's brown and
Smoked salmon for
gammy.
me, like sometimes I love it, and sometimes it can make me heave, like gag. Like I'm gonna sound like such a wank here, but Soho House, when you order smoked salmon, they give you. I'm not joking, but they give you about 200 grams of smoked salmon, and it's like, well, I've paid for it, like I should eat it, but you know, oh, it's making me gag now just thinking about it.
That's so funny.
When it's
so
too
hard.
much smoked salmon needs to be like a sliver over a piece of
very
cream
thin
cheese on a cracker.
Yeah,
Lovely. 200 grams of smoked salmon on your avocado. Ooh,
nothing worse.
no, too much.
What about when you're traveling, right? So routine is fundamental, right, to staying in shape. It has to be, right?
Yes.
So how do you maintain a routine if you're in Barcelona, or you're doing something in New York, or are you just on holiday or whatever?
Again, I don't. To be honest, this is, you know, what I tell my clients is different to what I do myself because my clients are just starting out and they want a very specific goal sometimes. And they want to do things different and better than they have done in the past. And one of those being holidays, not coming back, feeling guilty, feeling just gross, and you know, then eventually falling off the wagon again because the thought of getting back into eating well and training well feels mountainous. When I go away, it's vacation. I'm vacating from my daily life. Like I will go to the gym if I feel like it. You know, generally, like I don't like eating too much rich, heavy food for days and days in a row because I'm not used to it, and I just feel a bit gross, right? So I still have protein with every meal when I'm on holiday. I'll still have the food that looks like its original form, i.e. whole foods. So I'll still eat that when I'm away, but I will have, you know, all the desserts and the nice restaurants. I will pull back on the training because when I get back, I'm going to go back to my normal life. And, you know, it's like Christmas time. Like people have such a thing about like Christmas time and eating all of that food and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's what fucking Christmas is for. Commensality is this word that basically summarizes the coming together of families or communities to feast for well-being. That's what holidays are. That's what Christmas is. That's what birthdays are. Eating that food in those environments is good for your well-being, right? But when you're doing it at home on your own on a Tuesday evening because you can't be bothered to cook because you'd rather watch a TV show instead, that's when it's irresponsible, you know? Too much of it anyway.
I do this all the time. Yes. And then also, but finding a gym when you're away is a pain in the arse, isn't it, sometimes?
Oh, it's such a pain in the arse. Like,
they charge you like 30 quid to just drop in sometimes.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I love my gym, and I don't really like training in any other gym.
Was it like a proper like sweaty iron?
Spit and sawdust.
Is it? Love that.
I'm like, it's like me and 2 other gay people in the whole gym, and I'm like the skinniest one.
And are you like wearing like proper shorts and going in there and like squatting in front of the massive men?
Shorts riding up my asshole, mincing around like I own the place. You know it.
I really hate people asking me to spot them though. Do you?
I don't mind it.
I get so cringed out for strangers. Like if someone's like this and I'm doing this, I'm like, go on. Next up.
Yeah.
I don't know this person. I'm like, come on.
Actually having to like coach them through it. No, but there was this awkward thing yesterday actually where a guy asked me to, he was like, can you push it down? Can you push it down? I thought he was on a leg extension. I thought, can I push his legs down to help him get some extra reps? So I grabbed his ankles and he was like, no, can you push the bar down on me? And I was like, oh my God, how embarrassing.
Just grab his ass. That's not
what you meant. Yeah, but I love that gym.